Hey, what's up everybody? 2015 Jeep Renegade. I got a clunking noise when I accelerate, or if I go from reverse to drive, or drive to reverse. It feels like the engine's going like clunk, 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 pulling back. So basically, I replaced two motor mounts. The one that really is responsible for that, in my opinion, is this guy right here. I don't know how much you know about cars, but that black stuff in the middle is supposed to be all solid, and there's lots of cracks in this one. This is ripped, and the motor mount setup on this car is already kind of janky just off the line. I'm going to show you how to replace this one. It's on the bottom of the engine. You could do it in a driveway. It'll be kind of annoying. Also, this one is attached to it as well. This part wasn't as worn out, but I just replaced it anyway because this has to come off to replace that motor mount anyway. So I just got this one to replace. But I'll show you what's going on. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also replaced this motor mount that's under the battery. It goes right here. I'm not going to have it in the video. This battery comes out. You have to disconnect a bunch of stuff. This one wasn't really that bad. It was really the other one, but this one is replaceable as well. So the one I replaced is right here, and this is under the car. It kind of mounts to the transmission. The material inside in the frame was ripped, and this engine was kind of clunking back and forth. Also, this one's a mount as well. It has like this bushing inside of it that could be replaced. I got both of these, and I'm going to replace both of them here. So first, I had to move this exhaust out the way a little bit to get those bolts out. So I got these two exhaust bolts out the way. Now, these are 15 millimeters right here and right here. And you just loosen these up, and then it'll kind of make the exhaust move a little bit. There's also another bracket, another exhaust bracket down the pipe a little bit that needed to be loosened up, and I'll show you that in a sec. But this is a 16 millimeter. These bolt heads look weird, but just use a 12.16 millimeter on it. You can use a 6-point socket on it too as well. It don't matter. They just look weird, but it's just a 16 millimeter. Now I was running into issues. This bolt, when it comes out, is hitting the exhaust, so I had to come back here and loosen up this exhaust mount as well. So once it was loose enough, I could lift this up and get that bolt out. I supported the engine. Originally, I wasn't going to because I wanted to see if I could do it without it, but it helps to support the engine because it puts a lot of pressure on that bolt to come out, and it was harder to get out. So once I got that bolt out, I went ahead and just removed this bolt, also a 16 millimeter. It's a longer one. Now this mount is officially disconnected and it's loose. However, there's no room to pull it out without removing this other mount, the little grommet one. So this is 16. There's 3 bolts on this one. The one up front is pretty accessible. I just used my air gun to get it off. These were very tight. Just a heads up, if you're in the driveway, these are super tight. The one in the back, I had to use a breaker bar, and then there's one over here. But once you get these two off, you could kind of move this mount this way, and then you could work on that third one back there after you twist them out to give you more room. Like I said, a long breaker bar and a 16 millimeter. And even with that there, it was kind of hard to get to this back one. I just loosened it just enough so I could get it out with my fingers. And but yeah, so then once that's out, I was able to remove this one, and this is all cracked. This was just letting the engine clunk back and forth. And yeah, so they're kind of like infamous for being bad mounts. This is my new one. Here's the part number. To be honest, I'm not sure if the top or the bottom number is the part number, but it's one of them. I got this from the dealer, and it looks a little different. Maybe they like made it more beefy to not move so much. And then here's that other one right here. You don't have to replace this. I just did it because I was taking it off anyway, and there is like a grommet in there. So yeah, I'm gonna put my new mount. I'm just gonna tuck it in the frame for a minute, and then I'm going to put this one on, because once the one up front's on, you can't really get the other one on. So I'm going to put this bolt in here first, and then I'm just going to kind of get these all started. I'm just going to kind of get these in and skip ahead. But I got them in off camera, and got them nice and tight, as tight as I could. And then now I'm going to take this guy out, and then I could just put the bolts in here to get them set up. So I'll put my bolt in through here, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of get them both started, and then once they're both started, I'll just kind of go back and forth between tightening them down, and that'll prevent it to where, like, if I were to take the front one all the way down, then the bolt hole in the back might not line up right. So I just kind of, you know, made sure they line up perfect before I tighten them all the way down. Anyways, guys, so I got those tight, and then after that, after you get them tight, we're going to be just putting those exhaust brackets back in place. So this one and then the one in the back. Definitely don't forget to get these tightened again, and that's it. So I hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching.